So I'm having more trouble, aside from the slime trouble, I'm having trouble with the cables. These do not look like what I wanted to look like. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, back on Halfway Modded. We take a look down here. We got some progress made. All 3 farms are built, and I have the iron golems in almost completely. I'm still working on this guy right here. This is the last iron golem to go into place. And I told you guys in the last episode that I really wanted to get things going. I really wanted to progress with this and actually have everything, for the most part, set up and functional before we started decorating everything. And I think I'm pretty much there. And this time there's not so much of an update as there is. I want to show you this thing being built. I think we've done it. I think we have done it. Now, how'd you like that time lapse, actually, first and foremost? Wasn't that thing fantastic? I thought it was pretty good. Anyway, so yeah, these guys are now going. Oh, we have speed from our beacon. I didn't tell you guys that I actually put on speed to the beacon that's up in our base. I put it back up and put speed on it because our base is kind of big. And running along the top is really slow. So, speed. Now, these guys are now set up. You see he's dropping off some stuff and he's coming in back. He's on his way. He's going back around, which means something died over here. And yeah, I don't know. Things are going pretty good. We have our little stations over here. Basically, we just have 3 of the simple minecart drop-off stations. They're really not complicated. Hopper, comparative, torch into a block, and on top of this block is a redstone signal to power this guy. So when there's some items going through this all inverts, and basically it turns this off until it's done unloading, and then this hopper will then be empty, and, you know, the thing can be sent off. So it's really kind of cool. It's a very, very neat concept. We have, you know, simple item streams or water streams or whatever going down through here. And right now, it's just into temporary storage, nothing fancy. And it's coming from the other direction, too. You can't really see it. But the other side as well. We already have 39 slime balls. Honestly, I thought it was more than that. I thought it would be more than that. I thought we'd have over a stack. Well over a stack by now. Whew. There's a hole. Glad there's not lava in there. Not that I actually made it into it or would have died, but it would have been more scary that way. This is just crazy. What are you doing, slime? There's perfectly good iron golems right there you can chase. So you kind of see one of the problems, all right? We've got some things set up. We've gotten things functional. These carts are going to stop if slimes jump on them. Regular mobs won't really affect them because regular mobs cannot traverse this. They can't walk across these, which means they can't jump in front of one of the minecarts. But slimes can jump onto them, and therefore they can stop the rails from moving. So it's a really big problem. By the way, this place is unbelievably dangerous. I have been shot by skeletons, my face eaten off by zombies, slimes pounced on me, there's another mob, blown up by creepers, poisoned by witches. What else is there? I don't know. The bats attacked me too. They really did, but whatever. You guys, it's so dangerous down here, especially in the nighttime. And when you die down here, it is so hard to get down here without dying again. It's unbelievably complicated to do things. Look, this guy's gonna stop the carts. You little punk. Stop doing whatever it is you're doing. You need to stop. So what we need to work on now is we need to start designing this stuff here. Oh, look. See, he stopped. You stopped him, you stupid. Come get me. Dummy dumbs. All of you are dummy dumbs. I don't like any of you. You all stink. Give me this. I know they're probably picking up some of those. They would have picked them up. Anyway. Okay. So, I want to get as much of this design done today as I possibly can. And I have tried to record this segment so many times, I just keep talking in circles. So I'm going to work my butt off to not do that again. But we need to do some design work. And I don't know how much we're going to get done today, but I want to try to get it all done today. But it probably won't happen. So we need to do this in stages. Step one is to make these minecarts never stop again. Okay? And there's an idea behind that. I have something very, very cool that will both protect the minecarts and it will work into the story and the lore that we have for this place, which is fantastic. And I'm loving it. Really, really, really loving it. I like the way it looks and stuff. But first, you need to understand a little bit, just a little bit. Relax, just a couple of sentences on the lore of what this place is to our other villagers. Now, this is basically a very valuable resource, okay? This is, I don't know, slime. Think of it like a power source or something. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like almost like a trademark or one of their popular supplies. You know how some countries import or export certain things like oil or whatever because they have that resource by the bucket load? Well, that's because, you know, things like this. We have this. Our town has this resource. What it's used for, I don't know. I'm thinking power at this moment, but it could be anything. And what's happening now that this town has so much of this resource that they're able to trade it with other cities and towns, which eventually, if this world goes on long enough, we could establish other mine colonies and actually establish trade routes. That would be really kind of cool, actually. But chances are that won't happen. I think this series will end up going away before then, just because all the new stuff, and I'll get really, really eager to play new stuff. But we'll see. You never know. I really am loving this place. I don't have any plans to leave it anytime soon, so who the heck knows? Anyway, so this resource is really, really valuable to our mine colonists. You know, the people, the natives of this planet. And me coming in on my ginormous spaceship are like, huh, well, they really like this resource. Maybe it's some kind of awesome galactic trade substance that I can trade for, you know, other really good things like fuel and ship parts, you know, out in the galactic world. So I'm going to siphon it off. And that's the idea behind these guys down here. What we're doing is we are stealing from the mine colonists. We are stealing portions of this valuable resource from them. And these guys right here, we're basically gonna, I don't know how they're gonna be designed yet, but this is what's going on in my brain. we're going to clunk on to the side of this right here, right? This is where the minecart actually goes from here out into the world, and this is the biggest part that needs to be protected, is right over here. We also need to protect underneath so the baby slimes can't go underneath and jump onto the tracks under here, but that's less of a concern than all of the other slimes that can jump onto these rails. So we're going to clunk onto the side of this and try to make some kind of a design that makes it look like we have like a suction device attached to the side of this farm. And we're just like, you know, like, I don't know, like just sucking it out of the side of this farm. And these tubes are going to be going all the way into the wall. And we're going to have one of these sucking devices on the corner of every single one of these things. You know, obviously from the direction that the minecart is going. So we have tube 1, tube 2, and tube 3 sucking off and going into this wall. And then we have tube 4, tube 5, and tube 6 sucking and going off into that wall. And we basically are just stealing this resource from them. And I think it's going to look really cool if I can do it right. This is one of those designs that really will depend on how well I can design this thing. And I really hope I can do it justice. I really, really do. But if I do something bad and I do something that isn't going to look all that well, I need you guys to help out and actually send me some designs or something, because I might mess this up. Twitter's the thing. There's a link in the description. Just go ahead, you send me a picture of a sucking device you've developed, because I'm really curious to see what you guys come up with. I'm going to do my best, but you had no idea how well I'm going to do. So we're just going to work on it, and I'm going to try to come up with a little something. I would do it on camera, but I just have no idea right now. I just got to throw blocks down to see if anything looks good. Well, we are in my creative testing world. Pumpkin stuck. Stuck pumpkin? Pumpkin stuck. You're pumpkin stuck. That's what I'm calling it. You're pumpkin stuck. This guy down here that just died, he was pumpkin stuck. So we have an issue with the pumpkins. That's definitely gonna have to change. I just don't know. I don't want to use torches, guys. Torches are so ugly. Do we have any, like, better looking torches that don't affect things? No? It's really unfortunate. Like, really, 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 really unfortunate, because I don't want to use anything but these, but they're really having trouble with them. So much trouble. Okay, anyway. So, I'm having more trouble, aside from the slime trouble, I'm having trouble with the cables. These do not look like what I wanted to look like. Now, I haven't done the connector cup things that are gonna, like, you know, attach to the side of this. I have to be careful with those because I don't want to cover the slime blocks. Slime blocks, listen to me. Magma blocks. I don't want to cover the magma blocks. And it's kind of a big deal. I think it stems and it originates. The problem with the cables, because, okay, first of all, this alone doesn't look bad, okay? And the reason I say it doesn't look bad, even though it's like a squared off design, is because cables are kind of like that. They're a uniform shape and size, and there really isn't much variance to them. So things like this can happen with certain cables, but the kind of cable I'm thinking about is more like this. It's more like one of the stiff cables that doesn't really wrinkle, it doesn't bend very much, it just kind of runs straight, you know, and kind of bends a little bit, kind of a deal. But I think the problem actually stems from the fact that we have 3 of them. Kind of combined, right? We have 3 rails coming across, because the biggest problem comes when I try to cover them all. And I mean, as you can kind of sort of, I mean, if I could place the blocks properly and things could get out of my way, stupid, then I could do what I need to do and show the people what I need to show them a little bit better, perhaps, maybe, kind of, sort of. Stupid blocks are really in my way. Okay, get out of here, dummy dumb. Anyway, okay, yeah, see, nah. But the problem comes when you need to, like, combine the cables, and I don't know how, I mean, we could kind of create a little bit of a separation in here, I assume. Like, if we do this the right way, like, oh, look, I just uncovered rail, so we go this way and be like, okay, oh, I uncovered rail, oh, I uncovered rail, rail, and then probably rail as well, right? Yeah, so there's, like, I don't know, like an indent, like a crease, like the cables aren't completely connecting to the point where they're actually flush, and then there'd only be one more over here. Probably that might be about it, actually. This is like a small one. I don't know, but it just doesn't really work well. And we could do a little bit of a raise like this, you know, sort of kind of try to give it a little bit more of a rounded feel. And this is kind of the process that I was going with on the other side. And then you see what it kind of turned into was this kind of a design, and it doesn't look like a cable. It doesn't look all that great. I don't know what to do. Because this was the idea that I had in my mind in the brain place, and I think my brain place failed me. You need to stop jumping against the friggin' pumpkin. Stop being pumpkin stuck, you stupid. So I'm not sure what to do. I know we need a way to cover the minecarts, and it needs to tie into this story. I really want to do the suction thing. I think that is a really cool idea. I just don't know how to make it work. I don't know how to make cables that are convincing. I don't know how to make convincing cables. Now, I mean, we could mix it up with some stairs. I mean, stairs might work. If we go back to basalt, we do have some of this stuff here. We could try to use some of these. And again, I'm in the creative world, you know, so don't freak out too much. I don't know, because we also have the other issue that if we put things on the corner like this, the minecart actually slows down. Oh. But it might not slow down if it's a stair. If it's a full block, it'll slow down. I know, because I've seen that. I've literally witnessed it happen. Yeah, it kind of slowed down a little bit on that. And if we were to do more stuff here, like on the corners, I'm pretty sure it would end up slowing down. Like even more. So if we can do this, I think it will. I'm not 100%, but I think it will. If we did something like this. Yeah, see, it slowed down. Do you see that? So, I mean, we kind of have a problem. Like, it's really hard to do this, and I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. And the other part of me says that we're using the wrong color. Like, when I think cable, I think black, you know, dark. And I would do some of this other stuff, but chisel basalt is really hard to find. I only have like 100 of it in my system. And this stuff, which is even darker, is Netherex, which I could go try to find, but I almost think that's too dark. I think the chisel color is actually perfect, and this is too light. But even with all that, I think that kind of a color, the darker grays and stuff, I don't think it's the right color considering what kind of base we have. We have like a crystal base, so maybe it should be, you know, like a crystal cable, like a glass cable. But even still, glass has even less choices. We don't really have glass slabs. Actually, I think we do with the Better Slabs mod, if I'm being honest. Salb? No. Slab. No. See, I typed in salb again. Yeah, we do actually have some of these glass slabs with the Better Slabs mod. So we could try some glass slabs. But even still, then you would see the minecart go through, and it wouldn't look like a real cable because the items themselves wouldn't be transported. So I don't know exactly what I can do with this. It's really unfortunate, but I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm gonna see if I can't figure something out. Hopefully I can, because I really, really, really want this concept, this idea, this story idea to work somehow. I have been beating my head against a wall trying to come up with a design for our cables and for the ground. I have, like I said, a general idea of what I want this place to look like, but for some reason right now I cannot get it down to make it look good. I have just spent probably 2 hours trying to just come up with a little segment, like 2 hours spent on a small little section like this, like from over here, like these powered rails, to here, in this little square. Like 2 hours trying to figure out something that just looked good, or looked decent. Even if it was halfway decent by this point, I would have been fine with it. But I need it. I can't do it. I don't know why. I am not working today. My brain is not functioning properly. I don't know what's going on with it, but I cannot design anything. Today is not design day for Xogue. Every now and then, I'll get a really good idea for a design, or I'll get a nice little thought, or I'll do something, and it'll work out perfectly. And then other days are like today. And no matter what I do, no matter what I'm thinking about, or how badly I want it to work, it just doesn't work. So we're gonna take a pass on the design today. I know I told you guys we were gonna be doing some designing today. Ooh, I have an idea for this though. This little bit here might be pretty good, possibly, maybe. Okay, we're just gonna try to do this around the side. What does that look like? I mean, that's kind of cool, right? Although it's not functional, and actually has to be torn down because Xogue's a derp today, and no matter what he thinks of, it's not gonna work out because other things take priority. Okay, so instead of doing that, what I would like to do is actually try to protect this a little bit. The first thing that I want to do is kind of surround each of the farms here with these guys, which is going to help protect the hopper minecarts. Because right now, slimes can kind of get under here sometimes. Granted, it's... Come on, there we go. Granted, it's not all the time, and it's very, very infrequent, but there is a chance. And if they can get under here, then they can get on top of those rails and stop our minecarts, which is not something we ever want to happen. We want those things to run forever. And yeah, it's a thing. Now, the other thing we want to do is try to prevent any slimes that go to attack these guys. We want to prevent them from changing target and going to me, which we have seen several times in this episode. Maybe, actually. I don't know. I've recorded a lot of stuff that I've chopped out because it was either boring or it was a complete and utter failure and just a waste of time, which was like the last 2 hours. I tried to record almost all of it. Yeah, it's really, really kind of a shame. Okay. But anyway, that's... it's really, really kind of pitiful, guys. It's really, really unfortunate. I don't know. I'm moving on. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to bring the video down with that nonsense. Okay. But what I wanted to do is I need to protect against them changing targets. But I want to do so in a somewhat creative and still random way. So likewise, like we have up here with our building, how we have the random strips here, I want to do a similar concept, but with less colors, because I think too many colors is actually going to hurt things. Now, the bare minimum actually, I think, needs to be 2. So kind of going to be a little harder to do, because I don't want to obstruct too much of the view either. So it's going to be less random, I think, as well. What are you trying to say? So, I mean, up here, we can go anywhere from like 2 blocks down to 8 blocks down, and it would look okay. But here, if we went 8 blocks up, it would look a little weird, and it would obstruct the view of a lot. We don't want to obstruct the view of things, not that much at least. So we want to do just a little bit. So this thing has a minimum of 2 and like a maximum of 4 for each individual spoke or spike, whatever you want to call these things. So it's kind of that kind of a deal. So we're gonna go that. Okay. And like here, they need to be covered as well. And the reason I'm doing like the coverage like that and not doing the slabs is because on top of that, we want to do some glass. This actually has to be moved. It's not gonna be here. I'm gonna show you what it's like actually. And then I'll explain why it needs to be moved and torn down and repositioned. Okay. So then we'll have the glass here. Which, granted, from the ground, we're not going to be able to see too much. Did I bring more? I think I have more glass in here, actually. Yeah, I do. Okay. I'm so glad I have some glass. Because today is just not working out. So something actually going right for me is really odd. This is just... Oh, man. It's bad. Okay, stop, Xogue. Move on, man. Working on it. Okay, so... And then we'll kind of have a design like that. And the glass is going to continue all the way up. I want the outside of this to be completely glass, but I wanted the bottom to be a little bit random. Just a little bit, although I don't want it to be that random. Even that obstructs the view too much. I don't want it to obstruct the view that much. Although the whole floor is going to be covered by, at the very least, slabs. So if we coat the floor right here in slabs, is it still too much? I mean, we can still kind of see in there. And most likely we're going to have something taller actually on the floor as well. So if we do like glass here, that would be okay. That wouldn't be too bad. We can kind of move around on the floor and be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, there's a slime in there dying right now. And it'd be pretty cool. So I don't know, maybe that's all right, but we'll have to play with that. Now the reason it actually needs to come down and change is because I actually missed something on ilmango's design, which in the I don't know if it was the last video or the video before that or what, but I was supposed to link the thing. I did link it, but I linked it late. And the same with my Discord chat. I'm gonna have those links in the description again. Both to the slime farm ilmango slime farm, where he explains a lot of information that I explained, and my Discord chat invite link. Both of those are going to be in the description. Hopefully I remember to put them down there this time, and that way any of you who looked when the video was first released will actually be able to access them. But anyway, so we have this kind of a deal here, but what I needed to do was actually expand the platform out by 1 block here. Because if we just cover this row right here in glass, we're actually going to be preventing some big slimes from spawning. And we do not want to do that. So we have to change it all and actually make sure... Are those guys coming after me? They sure are, you little punk. Why do you choose me over him? Stop it! It's really unfortunate. But yeah. So I need to move this thing and add the slabs to both sides of every single one of these farms. And it's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, actually. But today was kind of a fail episode. It really wasn't... it's just not good, guys. It's just not a good day for me, I guess. I had such high hopes. Like, I have a day off. It's my day off today. You know, I was feeling pretty good earlier on. Especially yesterday. Yesterday was a good day. I got a lot accomplished yesterday, but I did stay up late, so maybe that's why today is not a good thinking day for Xogue. Because he didn't get a whole lot of sleep. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's the deal. Maybe I should sleep more. That's probably what it is, actually. That makes a lot of sense. But, despite that, I did get the time-lapse in. The time-lapse was done today. I did that today, and I was okay. Oh, man, I broke the wrong block. Crapo. Oops. Come here, you stupid thing. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me this and that, and go. Go. Stupid. And then block. And bam. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So, I don't know. Hopefully the next episode's better. I am going to do what I can to actually get the sides, like I just explained. I want to get at least part of the walls on this thing. I think that would help out quite a bit with at least these guys attacking me, because they don't generally see me until they hit the ground. And once they're on the ground, if the glass is here, they can't see me. Even though it's glass, they still can't see through glass. Mobs can't see through glass, so they will ignore me completely, and they will still continually attack the golem, therefore allowing our little hopper minecarts here to pick up all the drops and do some amazing things. See, we can approach like right from here, and they can't see us right now. But as soon as we go like this, he sees me. You kind of saw that. Oop, dude, you don't see me? There's too many of them. Anyway, you kind of get the deal. But I gotta call it, guys. I have to call it. I know it's a whole lot of fail stuff. I didn't do a thing that I wanted to do. I really didn't accomplish much. We did get these guys done though. The hopper minecarts are now in. We can collect the drops at least, so that's something. But everything else is gonna have to be done off camera, and hopefully I have a design by the beginning of the next episode. We'll just have to see what happens. But if you liked the video, please do hit the like button and subscribe to see more. Thank you so much for watching. Wish me luck on my brain getting better at thinking. I'll see you next time. Peace out, peeps.